Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry if I sound a bit off. I've got a bit of a sore throat and a little bit of a cold. The joys of this time of year, but we're not gonna let it get us down. So we're now at 32 to 33 weeks pregnant. We're so close now. I'll let you know what's been happening last week. I went to see the midwife because I have midwife appointments every 2 weeks and then a scan every 3 weeks. So we went and had a scan and everything was fine. Growth scan, baby is about 4.5 pounds, so that's quite big. About right, but it's on slightly up on the percentile growth chart, which is brilliant because obviously with low PAP A, they did say that the baby would probably struggle growing. So actually it's the opposite way and the baby is thriving. So that's great news. I had my bloods taken for liver function test and that's all come back absolutely fine, so that's good. So the baby's immune system is no longer reliant on the placenta, which is great news. So that means if you had the baby now, it should be fine. May need some help with breathing, but its immune system would be nice and strong, and their digestive system is fully formed, so that's amazing. It's really funny, every time I go for a scan I have like severe anxiety that they're accidentally going to tell me the sex of the baby. Just even little hints like, oh, he or it or he, she, you know, I'm just like sitting there the whole time, please don't say anything. I don't say to them not to tell me because I don't know why, I just like freeze up, but they never do, which is really bizarre. Let's talk about what I've been going through. So far I have put on a staggering 24 pounds, which is a lot. And I'm feeling it. I feel like it's a struggle to carry on with like day-to-day life. And my tummy feels so stretched and tight. I just genuinely feel like I cannot go. And then for so many weeks, there's 6 weeks or so, the way I am right now, because I just feel like my body has come to its like end. But you know, every week then goes by and then you struggle in a different way. So I've been super tired. I had like 2 days where I just couldn't eat enough. No matter how much I ate, it just would not satisfy me. I was just ravenous. I just keep eating. And then the next 2 days after that, I didn't feel hungry at all. But I was just super tired. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do anything. I had no motivation for anything whatsoever. Like everything and anything was just like, no, not even going out the house. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to lay in bed and rest. On the evenings, I suffer really badly with my hips. I'm not really sure why, but they just get so painful, and like I have to like, it's like almost like restless leg. It's like my hip, I have to shake my hip, which is really bizarre. And then in the end I just have to go to bed because I just can't cope with the pain anymore. Also at night time I've been getting severe acid reflux, so I'm literally sat up asleep now, because if I lay down even in the slightest, it just comes up constantly. I do have these gastro tablets, which I only use when it's super bad and I can't sleep, but these were prescribed to me by the GP, so I do use those when I need to, because it can get really bad, especially if you have something that triggers it and it sets it off and it ends up being really bad. My feet are feeling really tired and swollen all the time, holding all this weight. So I've been using this cooling down spray, which is absolutely lovely. It's like pepperminty, and I spray it on my legs and my feet, which is great because I can do it myself. Spray on my legs and my feet and it cools them down. and it's quite a nice little relief from the pain. I get upset very easily. There's a lot going on in my life right now. As I told you, with Arthur, and we had his funeral, and so that was super sad. So it's been really hard to try and not be too emotional, because obviously I know if I'm stressed out, then the baby's stressed out. So I'm trying my best not to let myself get too uncontrollable. But obviously, as you can imagine, it's extremely sad. I'm feeling so big, and like I don't have any space whatsoever to eat or to breathe. I can't get enough air in my lungs. Like shortness of breath is a massive thing. I'm unable to keep up with people when we're walking, and I'm like constantly, and my nose is still completely blocked. It's been like that for a few months now. So I find it hard to breathe, so I'm like trying to breathe because I can only breathe through my mouth, and I can't get enough air in my lungs. So I am struggling with that at the moment, which is not the best. My Braxton Hicks are really bad. They are so strong, and sometimes I'm like, am I going into labour? Because they will take my breath away, and it'll just be the whole of my stomach just goes, and it's solid and lasts for ages. And I know they said it shouldn't be painful, but they might take my breath away. So I know they're not contractions, because nothing then, I don't feel anything then for another few hours or something. But in the moment when one is happening, I'm like, oh, am I in labour? I'm getting a lightning crotch, which is like shooting pains down in my crotch. Also pressure, pelvic pressure now. It almost feels like the baby is like right down. Or it's a foot or something. Oh, because the baby is still breech at the moment. It must be a foot. That's what I found out. So, but still plenty of time for the baby to move. I was a breech baby, and I didn't move, and I came out bum first, and my mum says that's why I'm the way I am. When the baby does move, the movements are huge and they hurt. They're so strong. They say that they don't move as like vigorously, but my baby is definitely having a good old time in there. My areolas have got darker again and even bigger again. My boobs are absolutely huge. I'm not looking forward to when my milk comes in, because they're so big already that I can't even imagine how big they're going to be when milk comes in. I'm just going to be all boob, which obviously is painful on my back. I do wear a belly support now, for like an hour or two a day maybe, because otherwise it just gets, I don't feel like it's a good thing to have it on all the time, and it digs into places. And like I said, I can feel the baby like moving down in by my hips and pelvis area, and I don't want something restricting it too much. It's just when my back gets too much, you know, if you like stood over the sink, and then you're just like, my back. It's good for those moments. So I've been using bio oil from the beginning of the pregnancy, and in my last 2 pregnancies I stretched millions, and I had stretch marks all the way through. So those stretch marks are just being used, like, so I've got no new stretch marks, and I don't know if that's because I'm using the bio oil or whether it's because I've already been stretched, but it was over 12 years ago. The only thing is where I had my belly pierced, the skin that is in between is started to go red. So that's really painful. I'll show you in a minute. So as you can see, the skin here has gone really red where it's the scar tissue being stretched. You could see that. But as it goes, that's it so far. My 32 to 33 week update. I hope you're all doing well and you enjoyed this. I'd really appreciate a like, comment, and if you would subscribe, because it would mean the world to me. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely week. See you next week.